Module 1, Operations with Integers. This is Section 1.2, an Introduction to Problem Solving. When first learning how to problem solve, it is helpful to identify key terms so that you know what operation you should be using. Our main operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. When you're looking at addition, it may say something like sum or plus, added to, increased, more than, or total. Subtraction, which is the opposite of addition, would be the exact opposite. Instead of sum, we would say difference. Plus would then be minus. For subtraction, you may also hear subtract, less than, decrease by, or less. If you hear the product of two numbers, well, that's an answer to a multiplication problem. And so product means to multiply, as does times, multiply or multiply by, of, and if it says double or triple, that means times 2 or times 3. The answer to a division problem is a quotient, so the quotient of two numbers means to divide. You may also say divide, shared equally among a number of people, or divided by, or divided into. Last, you also need to know where to put the equal sign, and so it may say equals, equals to, is, or yields. Let's look at some examples. There are 24 hours in a day. How many hours in a week? Well, if there's 24 hours in every day and I want a whole bunch of 24s, right, I can say 24 plus 24 plus 24 and add up 7 of them, or I can say 24 times 7. If you want a fast way to add, that's multiply. We want to, after we translate it, check it to make sure that it makes sense. Well, 20 times 10 I know is 200. So 168 is pretty close to 200. Since there's about 200 hours and 20 is close to 24 and 10 is close to 7, this is a pretty reasonable estimate. 10 computers cost $2,100 each, and then I have 7 boxes of disk, and each one of those costs $12, each of the 7 boxes, not each disk. How much did I spend? Well, each computer, and there's 10 of them, is $2,100, so I spent $21,000 on computers. And each box of disks is $12, and I have 7 of those, so that's $84. But I bought both, and so I spent $21,084. Alicia's house is 4,500 square feet. Anastasia owns a home that's 2,300 square feet. How much larger is Alicia's house than Anastasia's? I want to know how much bigger Alicia's house is, so I want to know the difference between those two. And so if you want to know difference, that's subtract. And so I'll subtract these two, and I'll get 2,200. Alicia's house is 2,200 square feet smaller, or bigger than Anastasia's. I have 16-ounce cans, and I want to fill them. I have a vat of 361 ounces of tomato sauce, right? So I got all this tomato sauce, and I have all these cans. Each can is 16 ounces. How many cans can I fill, right? If I ladle these out one by one, right? 16 into here, 16 into here, 16 into here. Well, when you're dividing things out, you're divvying things out equally. That's divide. So I'm talking about 361 divided by 16. So 16 goes into 361 how many times? Well, 16 doesn't go into 3, but it does go into 36 twice. 2 times 16 is 32. Subtract, and you get 4 left over. Bring down the 1. 16 goes into 41, also twice. Still 32. And when you subtract, you have 9. So you can fill up 22 cans, but you'll have 9 ounces left over. Jason bought a CD for $18, a DVD for $18, a CD for $12. headphones for $19, and a magazine for $6. How much did he spend? 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. Carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 plus 5. $55. That's how much he spent. Last week, Taylor worked 38 hours, and he makes $17 an hour. How much money did he make? Well, we can add 17 38 times, or we can say 38 times 17. 7 times 8 is 56, so I need to carry the 5. 7 times 3 is 21. Add the 5, that's 26. Move over to the 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Put it underneath the 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add these together. I have 6. This would be 14, so I need to carry the 1, and I get a 6. So he made $646 last week. Take a minute to pause the video and see if you can find the answers to these. Hey, you have bought 5 calculators for $69. So that would be, let's see, 9 times 5 is 45, so carry the 4. And then this would be 30 plus the 4, so $345. And then 5 cases, or each $8, that's $40. And then I need to add that together, so I have $385. That's how much money you spent. Andrea went on a shopping spree, huh? She had $1,040 in her checking account. She spent $130, and so now she's got $910. Then she spent $170. I'm going to need to borrow, so that becomes an 11. This became an 8, so that's $740. Then she spent another $80. I'll have to borrow again. 14 minus 8 is 6, and then this is a 6, so $660. And then at the very end, she went and she added in, she deposited $270. So 0, 6 plus 7 is 13, carry the 1, and now she's got $930 in her banking. Kayla bought 2 pairs of pants at $59 each. That would be $118. She bought 4 shirts at $26 each, $104. 2 pairs of shoes at $69 each, $138. And then finally 3 pairs of socks at $6 each, that's $18. And I need to just add these up. So I have 118, 104, 138, and 18. 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24, plus 4 more will give me 28. Carry the 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $378. And that is how much Kayla spent.